Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Surviving Darkness podcast with Heather and Jenny. I am still neither one of them. I am Jesse. I am Heather's son, and today I will be interviewing Jenny, or asking her questions. It feels weird to say interview, but it's the same format as last week. If you didn't listen to last week, go listen to it because you'll get an idea of what's going on. I go into a bit more detail, but we'll go ahead and get into it.
I don't know what's going on either.
Yeah, I just kind of explain as I go. I made sure she didn't listen to the last one.
Yeah.
So, the first 10, I've already got Mom's answers and what she thinks your answer would be. So, you will give me your answer first and then what you think Mom's answer was.
Okay.
Where I already have hers.
Okay.
All right. Favorite color?
Mine is purple. Hers is blue.
Okay, like that here. Okay. Hers is also purple. But I agreed with you. Everything she owns is blue.
And I don't
She
remember
loves blue. She's always like turquoise.
Yeah.
Light blue. But she says purple. So I'm like, I don't know.
I think she changed it.
I think she has a secret favorite color that's blue, and she doesn't know how much she likes blue.
Well, my niece told me that my favorite color was pink because I owned a lot of pink. And I was like, you know what? Maybe it is. So
I didn't know what yours was.
And it's weird because mine, Dad's, Richie's were all purple. So I thought Heather was different, but anyway.
All right. Favorite book?
I'm going to say hers is the Bible.
And what's yours?
I like The Wizard of Oz, like the movie.
Is that your answer?
Yeah, and then the Bible, too.
Those are both correct. You got...
Okay.
She got yours right.
Uh-huh.
And you got hers right.
Okay.
Hers was like going in between. I was like, what book have you read the most? And she's like, the Bible.
Yeah.
Well.
And I know that I'm giving away one of my security answers, but that was actually the answer to one of my security answers on something. I don't remember what it was, but it was the Bible.
Yeah. For The Wizard of Oz, that was my guess for yours,
yeah.
too. I remember you reading in that to us at that grandma.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
I was getting ready to say her name.
Yeah.
I still don't want to dox.
Right. Yes.
Favorite movie?
Well, mine's The Wizard of Oz. Hers is Gone with the Wind.
That is definitely correct. I'm putting the answers into a sheet.
You're fine.
So, favorite food?
Like food or dessert?
Food.
Food.
I mean, I guess you could do whatever, but I was going more like something you'd get like at a restaurant or have someone make.
I think we both like Yum Yum roll pretty good.
Okay. So is that what you're thinking both?
Yeah.
Hers is pizza, is what she said.
Okay.
And she put yours as Yum Yum roll.
Okay.
But I told her that I think hers is Yum Yum roll.
Yeah.
I think if I offered her pizza or Yum Yum roll, she would take the Yum Yum roll.
Absolutely.
So.
Yeah. And that's funny because I was going to say pizza for myself. And I was like, no, I think I want Yum Yum roll.
I was like, I think pizza's just an old reliable.
It is. Mm-hmm.
I'm not a big pizza fan. Mom burnt me out on that whenever we didn't have much money.
Yeah.
A $5 pizza feeds all of us.
Yeah.
So
I like a good pizza, like that has everything, and it's fresh and it's like eating in the restaurant and you just get it out of the oven and it's all stretchy cheese. I love that. So
cats or dogs?
Oh, I'm dogs and she's I want to say she's both.
One or the other. I made her pick one or the other because it's pretty much what she was going at. This one's really 50-50. But if you could only own one, is what I...
She'd own a cat.
She said dog.
Really?
Yeah. I forget her reasoning, but I think it's more that
More
they're
protection,
more like you
companionship.
get good cats and bad cats, but pretty much every dog can be a good dog.
Yeah,
Because some cats don't care about you.
No.
They don't want anything to do with you. But pretty much every dog at least wants something to do with you.
Yeah. Yes.
So this one was difficult for her to pick one and for her to pick yours. I don't know my answer to it, and I sure didn't know either of y'all's favorite song. Yours, where you listen to so much music, I was like, that one's difficult.
Oh gosh.
I don't know that you know what hers is because I don't think she knew what hers is.
I don't know that I have a favorite. Wait a minute. Mine would probably be like Somewhere Over the Rainbow or something like that. Hers, I don't know. I'm thinking like I don't know. It would have to be like something like contemporary Christian, but I can't think of any right now.
If you don't know, just give a random answer. Any song. I've never heard this song that she referenced.
I know that this is probably not right, but I know she likes like Let Me Tell You About My Jesus. But I'm not sure which song.
She said that her answer was I Can't Fight This Feeling.
Oh yeah. Okay. Mm-hmm.
I was like,
REO Speedwagon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never heard it.
You'll have
I
to listen.
I know the band.
Uh-huh.
But I never heard
It's a good song. I forgot she really likes that one. Yeah. Did.
Because I was like, because you were like contemporary Christian. I was like, I wouldn't.
I figured it would be, yeah. Something. But yeah, she does like that one a lot.
Dream Destination.
Where'd she say my favorite song was?
The Rose.
Oh, it is. It's one of my favorites.
Is it?
It was. Yeah. I sang that at my cousin's funeral.
This one was interesting.
Vacation destination?
Yep. No budget. Anywhere.
Oh, man.
She's not very creative when it comes to these. I figured hers would be an interesting one. Y'all are both fairly educated people. Which, I mean, I guess that doesn't have to do with dream destinations, but like hers was. I'll tell you what her original one was and then what her final answer was. But I'll wait on yours first.
Mine? I'm trying to think. I would really like to go, because I love the beach. Like, I would love to go to, like, all the different keys, you know, like Bahamas, all that stuff down there. And
like in Florida area. Down in coast.
Or a cruise or something like that and be able to go around all of that stuff. But then I mean, like, I would also not mind to go to another country, you know, and to see stuff like that. So, yeah. But I think it would be more of like a cruise, Bahamas, things like that. Turks and Caicos, where they have blue, beautiful, you know, just perfect blue water.
So I'll just say like Gulf Coast.
Yeah,
that's what
something
that is,
like
right?
that. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If I'm wrong, I'm not great at geography.
Yeah. No, yeah.
And then what do you think hers is?
I don't have a clue on that one.
Yeah. It was hard for yours because we know you like to travel.
Yeah.
But for hers, she doesn't really.
No, I don't know. I don't have a clue on where hers would be.
You don't know, throw a dart at a map.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah. It's just.
I don't know. And she's not really said a lot of anything either, like where she'd like to go.
I don't think I would have guessed either of her answers. I thought it would end up being somewhere different.
I'm going to say New York, but I know that that's not it because there's too many people there.
That's fair. So she thought that yours would be like New England area.
Oh, yeah, because I wanted to go to Maine.
Yeah. So I was like, I feel like that's fair.
And we're going to Salem.
Yeah.
In next year, my girls' trip next year. Yeah.
And her dream destination was Alaska, is what her final answer was. She was like, I think I'd like to go up there and just see what it's like.
Yeah.
But her first answer was Virginia Beach. I was like, you've been there a million times.
Yeah.
She's like, I like it.
Yeah,
I'm like, you can have that answer, but no budget, you're picking there. And she's like, well.
Yeah.
But I was saying that mine would probably be Hawaii. I don't like the thought of leaving the country, like having to get all these fancy passport papers and everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But if that wasn't a battle and like there wasn't a language barrier, it would be Japan for me.
Okay. Yeah.
But
I think Italy would be neat too.
Italy's very pretty.
So yeah, I think that would be neat also.
I know you like to travel, so I was like, that'll be an interesting one. That's why I put that on there.
Yeah, I do. And I like history, so things like that too. That's like, well, and I guess I should say I've always wanted to go see a Broadway musical.
Mm-hmm.
Always. And an opera. And then I've always wanted to go back to New Orleans, which is crazy, but I've always wanted to go back there. So, but I guess if there was not a budget, it would be to see just to be able to just be and see all the pretty sights and stuff like that.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
Favorite season?
Mine is fall. I'm going to say hers is probably fall. Fall or spring.
Hers is summer, is what she said. She said yours was fall. She likes summer because she can swim. That was her only reasoning.
Oh, well, okay, yeah.
She's like, I like swimming. She was like, the seasons don't matter that much to me. I just like swimming. So I was like, you know what? That's fair.
I like fall because I love the fall colors and the smells and then the temperature at 65, 70 degrees. I like that.
Say mine's got to be fall or winter.
Mm-hmm.
Because winter is the only season where I don't have allergies.
Yeah.
I have spring allergies, I have summer allergies, and I have fall allergies.
Yes.
But fall's pretty enough. That would be my second.
Mm-hmm.
And then basically backwards, it'd be winter, fall, summer, spring. The spring's the worst for me, where it's all humid and everything.
Mm-hmm. And everything's blooming. And so, that's one thing I like about where we live, too, is we get to experience all 4 seasons. Some places don't, and I love being able to see all 4 seasons, whether good, bad, ugly. I love being able to do that. So
I like the snow. A lot of people don't like the snow.
I like the snow.
I hate going out in it.
I love snow. I hate when it starts melting and makes the muddy mess. That's what I hate.
Yeah.
So
biggest pet peeve. It's an interesting one.
My biggest pet peeve. Mine would probably just be I guess I would have 2. Rude, inconsiderate people, and then I have road rage, so so dealing with people on the road.
Okay.
I don't know what hers is.
Yeah, I got that wrote down.
Hers is probably a lot like that with people.
There's
rude people.
Inconsiderate.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you are correct as far as mom's. Hers for you. She couldn't think, so she just said people being on time. She makes fun of you always being late.
So I don't like people being on time.
Which is just a funny narrative to me. You just being like, gosh, these people on time all the time, making me look late.
What are you doing here on time? You're not supposed to be here.
You're supposed to be here like an hour later, so we're here on the same time. Thought we had a connection.
Yeah.
Because she was like, I don't know. She was like, there's a lot of things that could be.
Yeah.
So. All right, next one. This is the last one that you have to answer like this.
Okay.
What is the longest distance you've been from home?
I would say Florida. Yeah.
And what's the longest distance Mom has ever been from home?
Virginia Beach?
Nope. Her farthest was Florida. She's been to Florida.
When did she go to Florida? In her dreams?
No.
I'm just kidding.
I know the context. I'm not going to call her out on here. So I'll mark it.
Oh, I know why. I know now.
You remember?
I know now. Yes, I do. Yes, I do know now. Yep.
I don't have to say it.
No, you do not. I remember now. Yes.
Yep. She went down there for that.
I forgot completely about that.
I didn't know about it. Grandma told me about it like a week or two ago.
Oh.
I was like, she did what? And Grandma was like, you didn't know? I was like, no.
Yeah, I
was like,
forgot
that's
about that.
stupid.
That's why I was like, when does she go? But yes, she has.
I'm happy for these next ones because I don't have to write anything down.
Okay.
Real quick, I'm going to go through and see. So you got 1 right, 2 right. Well, no, you got 1 right. I was reading it backwards. 1 right. 2 right. 3 right. I think that, nah, you got 4 right.
But you want to know what's funny? If you had us both in the same room, yeah, with our
Link your
telepathy,
brains,
yeah, we probably would have gotten more right, even without saying a word to each other, because that's what we do. So.
And she got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
That's because I'm more of an open book than she is.
That is true.
I mean, like, I'm just whatever, and she doesn't say as much.
I think a lot of them.
And plus, I do more.
Favorite book and favorite movie, I feel like we're kind of giveaway.
Mm-hmm.
Although, I thought that your favorite book and favorite movie were going to be different. I was like, you really like both of them? I don't know how much you read.
A lot.
A lot.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, but it didn't shock me, or it doesn't shock me that those were your favorites.
Right.
But I was like, oh no, she might answer them differently.
I have favorite series right now. Like, I've been reading Sarah Moss, so I've read a couple of her series that are really good. Because one of my friends got me turned onto those, and but if I, like I said, if I had to say of all time, it would be The Wizard of Oz. Because I just love how detailed everything is in the book. And, just...
It's kind of just timeless, too.
It is.
Like, it's still interesting.
Yes.
So, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
You ready for
I guess
other questions?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So, some of these will ask answers that you might want to use a name for anonymity. You can shorten the names.
Okay. Okay.
So, just without calling them out or anything, give your best answer. So, who is your childhood best friend, and are you still friends with them?
I still talk to them, some when I see them, but not like it was. Her name was Jessica.
So, pretty much y'all grew up. That's what Mom was saying.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, I still see her on Facebook and stuff, and if I see her, I'll be like, hi at everything, but...
She moved away, and then when she came back, it was just different.
Yeah.
I mean, that
makes sense.
But then the one that I have been best friends with since 9th grade is the one that I go on my girls' trips with and everything.
I got you.
So, yeah.
Okay. Who is your biggest inspiration growing up?
You know what? This is kind of hard to say.
Yeah.
Because Dad had overcome a lot of stuff you know, a very hard childhood, very hard upbringing, and even gone back to college and graduated college at 40 and, you know, and done really good. So I did look up to him a lot. And aside from everything that was going on, that he was an inspiration to me.
I feel like that's a good answer.
So
I feel like that's a normal answer. But,
and then my mama, because my mama was the closest thing to, nobody's perfect, but she was the closest thing to perfect that I saw. And so that's somebody else.
I don't remember all Mom's answers for these, so
Right.
you'll have to listen to them. Who's your biggest inspiration now? If you have one.
I don't know if I have like a certain person. There's several, because it depends on which aspect of my life I'm thinking about. Like my pastor and his wife, I love them, and I aspire to be as good as they are, you know, in my Christian walk. And then, you know, just with wisdom, and it's hard for me to say this, but my husband is very smart and very wise when it comes to things. And I'm joking when I say that's very hard to say, but he does. And the way he does things, I wish that I could do things like that sometimes, you know? So
I feel that he's a very reliable person.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Well, speaking of him, did you know your spouse in school? If so, how do you think your younger self would feel about your marriage?
No, I did not know him at all.
Didn't know him?
No, we met blindly. We went on a blind date. Like,
oh yeah.
We did not know each other at all. I worked with his sister's mother-in-law, and she kept talking to me about him after my divorce. And I was like, I'm not interested in anything. And so, no, I did not know him. And we've talked about this. I would have talked to him because I talk to everybody.
Yeah.
I just do. But we wouldn't have hung out.
Yeah.
With two totally different groups of friends.
Even now, y'all are just kind of different. Like, you have things, obviously, that y'all
right, yes.
are along with, but different personalities. He's very to himself and everything, and you're very outgoing. I feel like that's most relationships, though.
Yeah, it's a lot of it. So, yeah. But no, I did not know him at all.
I didn't think so.
Yeah.
But some of these I put on there for myself.
Yeah, no, that's fine. Yeah.
I just thought it'd be interesting. So, if you could tell your younger self one thing, what would it be?
Don't jump into things. I got married young my first time, and I got married for the right reasons. You know, I did. Not, you know, just to get out of the house or anything like that. I do think that was a little bit of it in the back of my head. But at the same time, it was 2 weeks before my 20th birthday. And I say this to a lot of people now that are younger than me. I'm like, just live a little bit. Don't rush into things. Just live. And that's something I would say to myself is do the things you want to do. You know what I mean? Like, life is short.
Yeah. Don't
not do stuff. Just have fun. Just do it, you know? So
good answer.
Yeah. So
if you could have had one person in your life longer, dead or alive, who would it be?
Oh, this is hard.
It always is.
Our brother.
I think Mom's answer was y'all's grandpa.
She knew him a lot more than I did.
You were younger.
Yeah. Because
Wherever you are.
Yeah, I am young. Yeah, and I was either 4 or 5 when he passed away, so I don't have a lot of memories of him like she does, you know, and she has a lot of good memories of him, which is good, you know.
Yeah.
And so I was going to say my brother or my mama, because I would have wanted her to be able to see.
Yeah.
because
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
she would have loved him. Thank you.
I've barely picked up on it,
Yeah.
but who was your safety adult when you were younger? Did you have one?
A safety adult.
Mom gave an answer because I wasn't like, "Do you have one?" But you didn't have anyone that you felt like you could talk to or go to.
I guess mom in a way, but there wasn't, and I'm not saying there wasn't anybody there, you know.
Yeah.
I think that if something was up that I truly needed to talk to somebody, it would have been our uncle that just passed away a couple years ago. That would be. And even, man, these are hard because it makes me want to cry.
I get it.
Even up until he passed, he was still who I would go see and talk to. And
yeah.
So, yeah.
I forget who she said, but it was interesting. That'll be a good one for you to listen to.
Okay.
She didn't listen to the last podcast. I told her not to. Giving context for that. Do you think your younger self would be proud of yourself now?
I think so. I hope so.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, I think so.
I think she'd be proud that you're talking about this
I do
stuff.
too. Yeah, because at that age, you know, I never thought I would be talking about this stuff ever. Yeah. And so, yeah, I think so.
That you have a loving family that you probably didn't know could happen back then.
Right. So.
What trait do you think is your best? Any trait?
I feel like it is how I try to treat people. I try to, like, I genuinely care about people, and I try to be good to people. And not saying I don't make mistakes, you know, because I do, but I do try to be good to people.
On the topic of that, when I was younger, you were my safety adult. If I felt like there was something I couldn't tell my parents, I would tell you.
Aww.
Well,
I'm glad.
A lot of things I would have told you before I would tell my parents.
Well, I'm glad because...
So that feeds into that.
Yeah, I'm glad.
You were like a second mom to us. And for the longest time, we thought you couldn't have kids. So you pretty much were. So.
That's what I say. Even now, I worry about you guys just as much as I always have, because you were just like mine. And I thought the closest...
When she was going through all her stuff, you checked in on me more than she did.
Yeah.
She is my actual mom.
Yeah.
Which I'm not dragging her through the dirt.
Right.
She was going through her own battles, but...
Right, yeah.
All right. On the opposite side of the coin, what trait do you think is your worst?
Quick I am to anger sometimes.
I can see that. You have your days.
I do. Yes, I do.
I can normally pick up on it quick to know whether or not to irritate you.
And I try not to let it show sometimes, but it depends on what's going on, and yeah. And that's something that's happened more over the years. Is I don't bite my tongue as much, and sometimes I should.
I get it. Okay, I didn't ask for worst traits on these, but I did ask best. What's your mother's best trait?
She would do anything for anybody.
I think Mom said something similar.
Which can also be her worst trait.
It can be, but... Because
she can be taken advantage of, which has happened, you know?
Yeah.
And it has to, you know, several of us, but
I was there for one of them. But,
yeah.
What was your father's best trait, would you say? This one...
How much he loved us.
Yeah. Mom was like, but I think she gave a good answer. I think this is one of the ones that it took a second, but...
And that's so crazy because everything else that went on, you know, you would think that wouldn't be the truth, but he did.
Yeah.
And he, he told us a lot how much he loved us.
Mm-hmm. That's a fair answer. Do you have a life motto?
We say it all the time. It is what it is.
That's what she said.
It is what it is. Yes.
Yep. What do you believe the point in life is? This one was a real hard one for Mom because she was like, to what extent?
I feel like the point in life is to live your life for God, and so you can go to heaven and reach other people to where they can be saved. And to me, that's the point. And then to learn from our mistakes and things like that too. So
I forget what she ended on, but it was something similar to like, I guess it's just to like not reproduce like scientifically. The whole point is to continue the earth. But she asked like a million different like this or like this or like this. I was like, just what do you think it is? I don't want the answer for all of them. Okay. Do you believe in astrology? Believe? I said believe. Do you believe in astrology?
Do I believe in it? Yes.
You think it is real, like star signs affect
I do think
everyday life?
I do think that. And I do think that the sign that we are born under affects our personality and everything like that. Do I think that we're supposed to go along with all of it and let that be our guide? No, I do not. But I totally believe that what sign you are, what month you're born under, definitely makes your characteristics.
Do you believe a lot of the posts that are like, this is why you're like this?
I don't believe a lot of crap on there.
Yeah.
But I do believe, like that.
I see a lot of people that just do mean things and they're like, well, it's my star sign.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm like,
yeah, yes.
No, it ain't.
Yeah. And, like, if you look up the characteristics of a lot of them with different people, it does
kind of,
yeah.
My thing with seeing that stuff is it's always kind of vague, like description. So it's like, I guess I could kind of fit a lot of people.
Yeah.
So,
and mine is, I'm a Libra, so I like balance, and so you may be.
I think I am.
So I do like things equal, and you're pretty chill, go along with everything, but you also love passionately, and I do, whether it be like love, or if it's just like loving you guys, you know what I mean? That stuff. So, yeah.
All right. What causes such as charities or ethical beliefs do you strongly support?
I'd say my ethical belief is the verse in the Bible, do unto others as you want people to do unto you, I feel
like that's a fair answer. I forget what hers was, but...
And in charities, I guess I would say, anything to do with like the kids, St. Jude's, anything like that. Anything that actually does help people, I
just think that everybody should be able to eat. I hate when I see people starving and stuff. I feel like that should be something that everybody in every country, every mouth that's hungry should have food.
Yes, you're right.
That's what mine was.
Yeah.
What was your dream job growing up?
It's still my dream job. I would love to be a professional singer.
Oh, yeah?
I would love to sing, like in Disney movies and things like that. I would love it. I would still love to do that. But
so maybe not like a superstar that goes on tour and everything, but like...
Right, yeah. I don't necessarily have to be like Taylor Swift or Celine Dion and be in the front of everybody. And although I can sing like Celine Dion, but no, I don't have I don't have to be the center of attention for everything. But I would love to be able to use my voice to,
because some people would rather do like singing for like just recording rather than going on tour and everything. I feel like that would tax you a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like you'd hate being away from home for that long. And
or to be a Christian singer. You know what I mean? Like I would like that too. But something with my voice, that's what I would love. That would be my dream job.
What is your current or most recent job?
I'm an X-ray tech.
Yep. We'll keep it plain and simple. Would your younger self be happy with your occupation?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is it
I think
something
so.
she was interested in, or
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
would you suggest your job to others?
I would this one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ultrasound, no, not so much.
Yeah.
That's why I don't do it a lot. I don't like it. But yeah, this, because there's so many different things that you can do with it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I feel like it's a fair answer. I think it's an interesting job. I don't think I would go into it, but I do find it interesting.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, I do too.
If money wasn't a factor, what job would you want? So you get this job, but you also get a debit card that no limit. It's a blank check.
Singing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be what I'd want to do.
You think you'd just like to do that? That would fulfill.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really do. Because I feel like some days I'm like, nobody, like everybody can sing, and singing's no big deal.
Mm-hmm.
But then at the same time, I can't dance. I would love to be able to dance, or I'd love to be able to draw or anything like that. So people who can't sing really want to sing,
Yeah.
And so, yeah, I would love to be able to do something with that.
If you could start a business, what would it be?
Oh gosh.
Yet again, blank check. No startup.
This is crazy. I would start a tanning business.
Really?
With tanning beds. Yes, I would.
You just think that's interesting?
I do, yeah. And I think it would do good here,
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
I don't know what mine would be, but it'd probably be something car related.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
What makes you feel accomplished? Like, what do you do that makes you feel accomplished? We'll get on to what's your biggest accomplishment.
Yeah.
What's your biggest later, but
what makes me feel accomplished is when I come in and my little one runs up,
mm-hmm.
and I know that I've done something right for him to just want to hug me and tell me he loves me, that's a big deal.
I agree. I feel like there's a lot of kids that aren't happy to see their parents.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
yeah,
I agree with that one. I know the answer to this next question, I think.
Okay.
What do you want your next big purchase to be?
You do know this one. My Mustang.
Yep.
Yep.
That's what I thought. I forget what Mom's was yet again, but I was like,
probably a house. Well, no, I don't know.
I think it was.
Was it
I think
a house?
hers actually was. Or
yeah.
That one house that's lining up.
Mm-hmm.
So, where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Totally broken down. Laid on the couch. Just being able to move like fingers and toes.
I think you're going to be like Terminator, completely metal.
I might be. Yes, yeah. But I hope that it would be the other way around. Like that things would get better.
Yeah.
Because he'll be 10 and I want to be able to do a lot of stuff with him. So I'm hoping that I'll be 100 pounds lighter and
you might have an exoskeleton.
Doing really I know, that's right. Yeah.
Move you around. I don't hurt at all.
That's right.
What is your biggest accomplishment?
My family. And not just my immediate, not my little family,
mm-hmm.
my whole family, and the fact that we are all so close and we do watch out for each other. And mm-hmm. I love that. I really do.
I feel like it's a good answer.
So, yeah.
Now you're on to your last question.
Okay.
This is one that I asked last week for people to go comment on the post. Still haven't got any. Guys, go comment on the post.
Yes.
You'll see the text. But what message do you have to the younger generation? So people like 16 to 20. People just now going into adulthood.
Same thing I've told you. You don't have to have life figured out at 18 years old. You can't not do anything with your life, but you don't have to have everything figured out at 18 years old. Yeah. Like I thought 10 years ago that you did. Everybody, you've got to be out of high school. You've got to know exactly what track you're going on, all this other stuff. If it takes you a couple years to figure out what it is you want to do, that's okay. Yeah. Figure it out. Don't make yourself stuck for the rest of your life in something that you're going to hate because you are going to do it for the rest of your life or whatever, you know? And again, enjoy life. What you love to do, or, you know, it may be stupid to somebody else, but if it's what you love to do, do it. Yep. Because do what makes you happy. That's what I'm going to say.
Like, that's a good answer.
Because there's too many times that I was worried about what people thought or things like that, to where I didn't do stuff. And now I'm like, why in the world did I not do that? You know, and now I'm too old, you know? So yeah, just do it, you know?
Yeah. I think the older you get, like at my age, I realized that adults that I thought had everything down pat, they don't know what they're doing. They're living day to day, just like the rest of us.
You are, seriously. And, you know, I'm 45 and there's still times I'm like, I don't have a clue. You know what I mean? Like, sure, I'm going to wing it until something works out, you know? I mean,
I think the only thing that changes is the confidence in finding a solution to the problem. The older you get, the more you're like, we'll figure it out. Something will come up.
And the more you realize it is what it is. Whatever it is going to be, it's going to be. You know what I mean? Like, mine was, I can't control everything because I'm a fixer. I like to fix everything for everybody. Yes. And you can't for everything and everybody. And it took a long time for me to realize that, because I would have the weight of everybody and everything on my shoulders. And you can't do that.
Yep. I've had to get to a point with that too, where I'm like, if it can't happen, like, I'll try my best, but if it can't, I'm not going to beat myself up over it, because I used to.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And that's another thing. Just don't take everybody's weight. It's okay to be there for people and to know that, but at the same time, you can't fix everything for everybody.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I think that's a good answer.
Well, this has been interesting because I've learned things about myself.
Yep. I just
remember things about myself.
I thought this would be nice to do, because it's a change of pace. Normally y'all are just talking about stuff. Yeah. And now y'all get asked questions that might spark thought and everything like that.
Yeah. And for people to get to know us too on like an individual basis.
Some of these I didn't know the answer to.
This is very good. Yeah, because it does let us know about each other, and then people know about us too. So yeah, this is a really good idea. So you done good, Jess.
People might see or hear more of this stuff next year. I might start working on some ideas for y'all, because I know it's hard for y'all to think of stuff. So I might start looking around trying to find some ideas.
Yeah.
So I might not host them like this, but
you know, if anybody listening has any ideas too, and like we've said before, if there's anything that you want us to cover or, you know, have questions about, absolutely just ask us. You know, we'll answer the best that we can, whatever it is. So, and it doesn't matter if it's you, if it's Jesse, it doesn't matter who it is. If you have questions, just reach out to us. Yeah.
We enjoy the questions. We enjoy the
interactions. Yes.
So good or bad, sometimes we get less pleasing ones, I guess you'd say, but it still shows that these people it'll show that these people are listening and paying attention and interested. Sometimes people get put off the wrong way too. So it gives y'all a chance to share your story, and I get to learn.
Yeah.
So
that's right. Yeah.
It's interesting. Because it's near the end of the year. The next podcast episode will probably be next year, depending on if we do a Christmas episode or not.
Yeah.
So this is a good way to.
We could have your mom sing.
Oh gosh, please, please no. No, they'll probably take it down.
She doesn't sing bad. She just sings different.
Oh yeah, like a seagull.
We could have her sing Mississippi Queen for everybody.
Oh my gosh. We're gonna do like a game show episode.
Uh-huh.
Bring rock band or something.
Yeah.
That'd suck.
Those were good
great,
times.
but well, like that's about it. Do you have any parting words that you'd like to say, or?
No, I just think this has been neat. I think it's been interesting.
I thought
I've
it was a
enjoyed
good
it.
idea.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, me too. I think it's good, and it's good to end on a happy, positive note versus feeling completely drained like we normally do. So yeah. It's
And
good.
some of the questions were a little more rough, but like I said, none of them are super. Like,
No,
what's the darkest point in your life?
Right,
No,
yes,
we didn't
yeah.
want anything like that. We wanted more upbeat. A few of them,
Yeah.
kind of get in your feels, but nothing too bad, I wouldn't say.
No.
So,
No. I think it's been good.
well, I guess that's our point where we're going to let y'all go and enjoy the rest of your days, nights, whenever you're watching this. And we might be back here next week. You can check on our Facebook page if something changes or any announcements. That's just a good place to follow. We put everything on there. You can access it through our website, which is survivingdarknesspodcast.com. And on there, you can buy t-shirts and stuff. I'm actually wearing my Surviving Darkness t-shirt right now, and I have worn it so many times and washed it that it is fading. So they are very comfortable. They're very
comfortable, nice. Yes.
If you would like to go pick yourself up a little Christmas present.
That's right, yeah.
It'll probably be there after Christmas. They take a second to go through. But you can still buy yourself something, buy somebody else something. Late Christmas gifts are nice.
That's right. Yes, so yes.
You can access all of our socials from that same website. You can check out podcast episodes on that website. You can email us. There's forms for questions on there. So anything you need should be on that website. If not, shoot us a DM on Facebook and we'll get back to you. So enjoy the rest of your days, nights.
And if we don't get back on here next week, have a very good Christmas.
Yep. Merry Christmas, everybody.
That's right.
All right. Goodbye.
Thank you.